Yeah, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another episode of Fantasy Grounds from the ground up. Oh, Unity, Fantasy Grounds Unity from the ground up. And in this episode, we're going to look at another really cool um, extension. Couldn't think of the word. It is called Equipped Effects Extension, and it's by Bill Perry. Um, on DM's Guild. Anyway, as you can see, it's a $6 extension, and it's really cool. I just want to point that out. So once you've purchased it, you put it in your extensions folder. You will have a little thing here that says 5e and more equipped effects FGU. And you just put the little check there and then click start. Once your Fantasy Grounds comes up, you will basically have your normal thing. You'll have your little thing over here that says the extension loaded, and you're good to go. First thing it will do is it puts these two arrows inside your effects window. For those that don't know, effects is by clicking the effects button here, and it will put these little arrows where you can export and import effects that you've created. Maybe if you create them in another session or another table, you can actually bring them and import them into here so you can have them all set up and ready to go. What this does is it makes it so that you automatically apply and unapply, is that a word? An effect to a character by simply equipping or unequipping an item. So, for example, I'm going to use this blanket that's just part of the Explorers pack, I believe, that Crystal here has on her. And let's say we want this blanket to be so comforting that when you put this blanket around your shoulders, you kind of wear it like a shawl, it gives you extra courage. Trying to make sure I'm thinking right. Let's actually have it give you extra armor, because that one's really easy to test and show. So is the other, but okay. So we're gonna call this blanket of COMFORT, something like that. So what we want to do first of all is take this blanket that's on Crystal, copy it, or you can actually come in here and copy it from in here. Once we've clicked off of it, you'll be able to do that. So you can see blanket of comfort. You can just come here, go home, Control C, and we're going to create an effect for it. So the way we create an effect is we simply come in here, click add remove, click add, and now we're going to add a new one. So we're going to call it I don't know why I got all. Oh, actually, I do know what it's doing. It added it. So now if we do BLAN, no, it didn't add it. All right, hold on. Now I think it added it. Let's do BLAN. There we go. So now we have the blanket of comfort in here. So what we need to do to give some kind of effect with this is we would put in a semicolon, and then we would use our effects, our conditions and effects type of syntax. For example, if we wanted it to be, we'll go ahead and say the other one. So we'll do ATK and colon, and I think this is right, +5. I did it, I'm just thinking this might be a better example, easier to do. If I do, we could always do AC +5 or whatever. But I think we can actually see this really easy, that if you have on this blanket, it gives you a +5 to your attack. Opposed to where I do an AC, it doesn't visually show you it, but you have to keep rolling to kind of demonstrate it. So I'm thinking this might be a better way to do it. So there we go. Now we have blanket. If we equip this, it is +5 to our attack. So now let's go ahead and go over to our screen with our player, and you'll see they have the blanket of comfort. And if we equip this, you'll see now that, oh, I forgot one thing. You'll see that she has the blanket of comfort, but it does say duration 1, which means it'll only last for 1 round. If you don't want it to last only 1 round, then what you do is you come in here and you change this. Maybe I should take it off her real quick before I mess things up. So if we set this to 0, it will make it so it's until it's unequipped. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll go back onto her again and re-equip it. And you'll see that she can also unequip it if she's bored of it or whatever. And now you can actually see it actually says attack +5, and there's no duration. So now if Crystal here is to attack, let's go to the combat tracker and attack the orc, right? So she's going to go ahead and attack the orc, and you will see that we're not going to roll the actual attack. Well, actually, I guess we will. So there's the attack, oh, nat 20. So we got +9 because 4 + 5 is 9. So you can see it's actually adding it in there. If we were to unequip this and do the same attack, blanket, blanket, blanket. So now she doesn't have her comforting blankie. So now if she does her attack, you'll see that it only did the +4 instead of the additional +5. So this is really cool. Now this isn't the coolest part about this, where we can take items and have it do that. Let's, for example, say that this blanket actually is a negative thing. Let's say it's a cursed blanket. Well, first of all, if we call it cursed blanket, our player is never going to equip it. So we're going to call it blanket of comfort still. But what we're going to do is we're going to change this down here to say a -5. And then we're going to stick another semicolon, and in all uppercase, we're going to type CURSED. So now this is the blanket of comfort, but it is cursed. And let's just talk a little bit about what that means. So now, as a DM, I can put this on, and you'll see that put it off, take it on, so on and so forth. You'll notice once it's on, it does actually say it is cursed. So, you know, your player might see that and go, oh, whoa, I better unequip this thing. So if we go back over to our player now, and they go, oh yeah, this is an awesome little blanket I just got, and they equip it, you'll see, oh no, they see cursed, and they kind of freak out because they also see this -5 on cursed, so they go, oh, I'm taking this thing off. You'll notice it does not come off. It actually stays on the player, and if they do their attack, let's use the sword so we don't waste arrows, you'll see there's 11 -3 because they got the +4. Or no, I mean they got the +2 -5, so it's -3 overall. So now they got an 8. And worst of all, they cannot equip it. They can click it all they want. Oh, actually, if they double click it, apparently they can. There's a hack. Don't tell your players about that, because apparently if you click it really fast, actually no, it's not doing it. How did we unequip it? I don't know. Somehow we glitched it off, but for the most part, your player now has on a cursed item that they cannot get off. And how cool is that? That you can have items that, and if you want, you can at that point go in and change the text for them by coming in here and saying, they equipped it. And now it's a cursed blanket of comfort. And we could even get rid of just of comfort and just call, actually no, we have to have COMFORT, comfort. And you'll see that Does that not update? I thought you could do that. Maybe you have to do it somewhere else. I don't know. So anyway, then if they are good or whatever, figure out a way to dispel magic or something like that, then you can always come back in there and change it yourself. I'm going to remove that because that didn't work like I was imagining it would. Then you can come in here as the DM and go ahead and unequip it from them. And now they're good to go. They can actually do their attacks and get their full attack in and everything. So boy, for those of you that are devious DMs, that can be pretty awesome. Trying to think if there was anything else specifically that I wanted to mention about this mod extension. Sorry. I don't think so. I think that's about everything to do with it. This is a really short video. It looks like we're only about 11 minutes. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord and my other channels. Don't forget, let's grow this channel. Tell everyone you know about it. If they like it, they can sub and we'll just grow. That's it. We'll grow. That's it. Until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.